Hey guys, welcome to episode number 141. Today we're going to continue the DIY marathon and do everyone's favorite thing. We're going to drill a glass aquarium. Now this is one of my 40-gallon breeders. I'm going to drill them all, and here's what we're going to do. I've got a PVC board template, and what I'm going to do is place that in the corner, and I'll use some really strong duct tape to hold that in place. Now that's to make sure that I drill the same hole in the same location on every tank. Once we've got that duct tape down in place, I'm going to use some plumber's putty and I'm going to form a dam around that hole. And then I'll start my water. I've got my Python hose. I'll start my water over the surface to make sure that my cutting surface, or my grinding surface I should say, stays nice and cool. And then I'm going to take my drill, cordless drill, with a diamond hole saw and start to drill my hole there. Now this template should make sure that I don't skate around the surface, and it allows me to just start drilling my hole. I won't have to start on an angle like a lot of people do when they freehand. I'll be able to just start straight up and down. I want to make sure that I stay under 200 RPMs, and I want to make sure that I don't apply any pressure to the top of my drill. I just want the weight of the drill to do the cutting. This is about a 1/4 of an inch thick piece of glass here. It's not tempered, and I expect it to take probably around 20 to 30 minutes to drill this hole. So let's get going. Alright guys, so I've been drilling for about 20 minutes now, and I've been really careful to take plenty of breaks to allow my drill bit to cool down, and we're getting close to the end now because you can hear water flowing through the hole. Now when you use a hand drill like this, you're not going to be exactly perfect. Everything isn't exactly level. So you'll oftentimes grind through one side a little bit faster than you grind through the other side. And when that happens, you know you're getting close. You know you have to be really, really careful, because if you go too fast, you could bind up the drill and you could crack your glass. And if you exert any pressure whatsoever at this point, you're going to have a lot of chips on the inside surface of your glass, because you're going to be pushing that glass disc out of the middle instead of letting it grind out and fall on its own. So whenever I start drilling again, I have to be very careful to slowly start the drill before it enters that channel that I've been grinding. And I obviously want to take as many breaks as I need, let the drill bit cool down, I want to stay under 200 RPMs. I like to try to count the rotations of the drill bit to make sure that I'm not going too fast. And slow and steady really wins the race here. You want to try to keep it as consistent as possible. So let's go ahead and finish up this hole. It might take another 5 to 10 minutes. The slower the better at this point, and just remember to stay consistent and don't rush, because at this point you could really mess it up or you could do it beautifully. So let's keep going. Alright, and here's our finished hole. It's dressed up a little bit, and as you can see, there are no cracks and just a few very, very minor chips, and those are located along the inside edge, and it's very hard to drill a hole without any chips, because as that glass falls through at the very end, if everything isn't completely level and grinding at an even rate, you're going to have one side that lets go before the other side. So that's where those little chips come from on the edge. But no worries. After that bulkhead is installed and the seal is on there, it will be a very good seal. And you can only get a hole this large and this clean if you take a very long time. Take your time, seriously. How much is the tank worth to you? And you know, how many of them do you want to ruin in the process before you get one good hole? So you know, the thicker the glass, the longer it's going to take. The larger the hole, the easier it is to crack. So definitely take your time and you'll get a good result, hopefully like this.